Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Sean Diddy Combs, you are done. Your days are numbered. I don't want to hear any excuses about your best friend, BFF, close associates waiting to see what happens. You guys, Tony Buzzbee has stuck to his word. If you guys don't know, last week Tony Buzzbee dropped 6 lawsuits. We went over them in detail. Go ahead and see the live, baby. We are talking about this week. Tony Buzzbee said if Diddy didn't play ball, he was dropping 7 new lawsuits. Now, a lot of people, including myself, was like, wait a second. First of all, we got the full legal docs. There's 7 lawsuits. We're going through all of them, but we're first starting with the 13 A minor lawsuit. Tony Buzzbee stuck to his word. He said he was going to drop the suits. He said he had more. He said Diddy days are numbered. And get this, they dropped pictures. And it looks like we might have some associates already. They ain't named names, but it looks like we got people in the pictures. We're going to break that down. We're also going to talk about what this 13-year-old actually said happened to her. On top of that, who's in the lawsuit? 13-year-old, a celebrity jeweler. Let me find out it's Jacob. There's a personal trainer. No, it's not Cassie's husband. There's also 3 other women. One of the lawsuits, they even named the Marriott Hotel. And get this, for Miss Janice Combs, Miss everybody else giving Diddy excuses, talking about, oh my God, it happened so long ago. He's changed. You know, all these lawsuits happened between 2000 and 2022. Diddy is a menace. Diddy needs to be off the streets. Now I know why the feds came and snatched his happy self off and told him, if you don't get your butt in jail. Y'all, let's get into this. First, we're going to go through each lawsuit, okay? First, we're starting with the 13-year-olds, because that to us, of course, is the most disturbing. There's also a young woman who also claims that she was 17. I've talked to the legal eagle herself, Black Letter Law, Alfie. Alfie is going to be on the channel, I think, on Thursday to actually even break down this even more. But she brings an interesting perspective, especially about the fact that California may want to bite of the action. Southern District of New York right now has the only criminal charges against Diddy. However, they are saying that California state or the feds in California may want a piece of this Diddy pie. Y'all, let's get into this. Rox Falk sent my #1 roving reporter. Thanks. You welcome, Rox. Anytime. I appreciate that. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to M. Zambrano for being first in the comment in the chats. And also Circa Truth 2.0 said, I've been waiting to catch it live. Tisa, your work is phenomenal. You guys, thank you for being early. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's get into this. Now, if you guys don't know, we're going to skip over the parties involved. We'll get into that, but we're going to skip over the venue and all the other stuff. Not that it's not important, but we need to get right into the facts. Oh, really quick before we do. So there were pictures submitted in some of the lawsuits, okay? And before we get into the actual factual things, I'm going to read it verbatim. They all have small fact sections, but they are disturbing. So I figure we can do all lawsuits. But can I just say this, okay? Look right here. This was one of the pictures that were submitted in the lawsuit. Are you guys looking? These are the pictures. The jeweler that was raped, or I'm sorry, that was SA'd, actually put this in a lawsuit to prove he was there. Now, you look at the corner, you see Diddy looking high as an eagle, right? But you see a bunch of other people in this. Now, they tried to say that Little Rod was lying when Little Rod did the same thing. But what about this other man? This is the way Diddy rolls. He randomly gets people, decides he wants them, and then does whatever he wants to get them. But here's something interesting that I don't think a lot of people are picking up, okay? We're wondering who the associates are, right? Look at this. They're all sitting there. Now, we don't know who these people are because they are blacked out. I'm looking hard to see if I see Jay-Z left pinky toe. However, who's this gentleman in the tan t-shirt? The tan suede t-shirt, if you will. Now, we don't know who it is, but do you think, who the F you thinking I'm the fucking boss? You think this is Rick Ross? Now, It's the right complexion. It got that gold rolly, presidential. And if you look at his back, it's big back, big back. Everybody look inside. Big back, nowhere to hide. I'm just saying, does this not look like Rick Ross a little bit? Now, I know Rick, according to Drake, been on that Ozempic, but do you think this is before? Because this is, I think, between 2000 and 2022. This is before Rick Ross found Ozzy, if you can believe Drake. So he was still big back, big back. Everybody look around. I think this might be Rick Ross. The suede t-shirt, the gold rolly, sitting around Diddy. And look at Diddy licking his lips, thinking, big back, big back. This might be Rick Ross. This might be. Also, Andre Noble said, Diddy a sick man for real. No, literally. Listen, and Kendrick really wanted to break the internet. Kendrick should have made, forget Meet the Grams. You need to read Meet the Combs. Literally, Janice, your son's a sick, sick man. I think ninjas like him should die. Seriously, this is ridiculous. I'm just, before YouTube censors me, I do not actually think that Diddy deserves to die. I am making a joke. You know, these YouTube, please. All right. But I don't know. That looked like big back, Rick Ross. However, this is the picture that really tripped me out. Because remember how the one girl, Ashley, sued Diddy and said, like, she was G-raped and all this other stuff? Why did I just, she was graped and all this other stuff, right? And she said that Janice Combs got on the phone. This is another picture from another angle. Who is this woman right here in the corner? Who is that? Who is that? Is that Janice Combs? Is that Mary J. Blige? Is that Misa Hilton Brim? Who is this woman in the corner? She has a very distinctive bone structure. It's still blurry. Notice it looks like that this is who's on the walls? Is that Dana Tran or is that Chance? It's either Dana Tran or Chance, right? But honestly, who y'all think this woman is right here? I just really need to know. Is it Mama Combs? Is it Mary J. Blige? Is it Misa Hilton Brim? Is it a woman that looks like Mama Combs, Mary J. Blige, and Misa Hilton Brim? Again, y'all know me. I zoom in on pictures every single second of the day. I said, who's on the wall? Who's the woman in the corner? And who's the big back that was around there? I think, right, I think it's Rick Ross. But we don't know for sure. We are just making guesses. Please make your own opinion. But we think the person looks like Rick Ross. Could be someone else. And I think this is a Mama Combs, Mary J. Blige, Misa Hilton Brim lookalike. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get into these lawsuits, right? Who do y'all think that? Listen, I'll tell you one thing. That big back, that looked like Rick Ross before the Ozempic hit in. Again, who is this with the hat and the thing? And again, that looks like Dana Tran on the wall. Or maybe, no, that looks like Dana Tran. And there's Diddy. Everybody's saying Dana Tran and Diddy ain't, Everybody's saying Dana Tran and Diddy ain't married. Either that or who's the girl that's a cybersecurity specialist? Is it that? That's the person? I don't know. I think Dana Tran is Diddy's new Kim Porter. The way Kim Porter was always around, she was having babies. Diddy ain't never really claim her, but she got all the things coming around. I don't know. I think they're together. Like, listen, this does look like a scarf underneath the hat, but you listen, no disrespect to Mama Combs, but you know those, listen, Mama Combs is a gorgeous woman, especially to be, how old is she? 84? However, we know that she loves a crunchy wig. We know that it looks like she be looking for billionaires, Caucasian billionaires in Europe. She loves a crunchy wig. So this is either a scarf or one of Mama Combs' crunchy platinum blonde. She don't do bust down. She do little Shirley Temple, the Mae West. Why don't you come over and see me sometime? That's the type of wigs that Mama Combs like, but she like them a little crunchy also. So this is either the scarf or Mama Combs' crunchy wig. Listen, I'm not dragging her. Y'all might catch me on the wrong day, and I got a crunchy wig on. It happens. It happens, whether you are a billionaire or whether you are brokey. So I'm not judging her. I'm just saying it could be Mama Combs in a crunchy wig, or it could be somebody with a scarf and a hat. But Mama Combs likes scarf and hats too. It could be Mary J. Blige, but that bone structure is strong. You know what I'm saying? You know. Anyway, let's get into it. I just wanted to see if y'all could help me solve the big back mystery again. Everybody, look inside. Big back, nowhere you can hide. We got the gold presidential. Rolly, we got that suede shirt. This is before Rick Ross was on Ozempic. I don't know if it's Rick Ross, but I am saying if it is, I would not be surprised to hear that. Okay, listen. Let's get into that. Yes, what y'all talking about? Mick Power said, a blurred image look like Mary? Come on, Mick, please. What you mean a blurred image? You clearly have never zoomed in on somebody's blurred picture trying to see who it is. Yes, this does look like Mary J. Blige's bone structure. It might not be her, but it looks like her bone structure. And it's the same complexion. And it is her style. I'm just saying. Y'all never zoomed in on pics to like see what's going on? Am I the only one? Oh, baby, you came to the right place because we zooming on these pics. What y'all talking about, Mick? Come on. Bone structure, blurred pic. You ain't never zoomed in on someone's Insta pics in the background to see what was really going on and where your man or girl really was at 11. Now, I know where my man was, home. But if my friends want me to do some investigation, baby, don't sleep on blurred pictures. Again, this could be anyone. But baby, the bone structure's there. I don't care what y'all say. Listen, that you guys, you will know when I'm wearing a wig. I will have 30 inches straight bust down. I don't like combing my hair and I don't like straightening it either. When you see me with a 30-inch silky Viennese bust down moving in the wind like literally crouching tiger, hidden dragon when the wind blows, baby, you know the bust down will be flowing. I prefer 30 inches, Viennese straight. You know, it happens. It happens. I'm not judging anyone. Y'all will see me every now and then with a crunchy wig too. It happens. I like lime green hair. I like pink hair. I like purple hair. No, I'm not dyeing my hair. Okay, let's get into this, okay? Because, baby, it needs to be said. Okay, so the jokes are over. No more big back jokes. I know what y'all saying, Tisa, you the only one talking about big back jokes, but I needed to actually lighten the mood because we're about to get into some really, really sick, dark, disgusting stuff, okay? Let's start with the first lawsuit. I think it's the most disturbing lawsuit. If even 1 ounce of this can be proven in court, I think Diddy needs to be off the streets permanently. I think he is not only a danger to himself, he is a danger to others. He is a danger even to his own children. There's something deeply, deeply wrong with this man. And this ain't about having money. This ain't about having power. This ain't about, oh, you were groomed. Let me tell y'all something. If someone cannot teach you to be a complete ass and treat people like trash, they cannot teach you to turn into something that is like the perverted version of Jeffrey Dahmer. And think about that. Think about that. The perverted version of Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm sick of everybody making excuses for Diddy. I do not care. He was groomed. He was taught. Did he give those names up? Start talking. Start snitching. And even then, you still ain't never going to see light. Not as long as this channel's around. Again, we want to see justice served. I don't want to hear anybody else. If any of this is true, I believe he is even a danger to his own children. There's something wrong with him. It's not about money. It's not about power. It's not about desire. There is something very, very, very dark in Diddy's mind. Like, again, I don't use the words lightly. There is something very evil about him. Pure and adulterated. Big back, pure and adulterated evil. And unapologetic at that. Yo, let's get into this, okay? The first lawsuit we're going to talk about is the 13-year-old. We're going to talk about the 13-year-old. Now, Tony Buzzbee did promise this lawsuit. They have enjoined all of Diddy's companies. By enjoining all of Diddy's companies, both known and unknown in this lawsuit, that means it's pretty much guaranteed that the twins going to be working at IHOP. But it's a good living to pay their way through college by the time it's done, because baby, even those trust funds are going to be shake down. And Diddy probably already drained them anyway, so he can pay for his legal fees. Y'all hear he ain't paying for Justin's car note, because Justin won't go out there and make a fool of himself the way Christian will. But maybe one of the reasons Justin ain't doing that is because, as much as Diddy likes the whole thing of, oh my God, I adopted Quincy, he's my son, he's this, he's that, Diddy didn't put anything in Quincy's name. At least it looks like. I could be wrong about that. But when it looks at his enterprises, I don't think Quincy's name was on anything. I don't think he trusted Quincy to run anything. Who he did trust to run something was Justin. And he put Justin's name on everything. Interestingly enough, Christian's name, Janice Combs' name, y'all know it's already on stuff. Interestingly enough, he didn't put Christian's name on anything either, not like he did Justin. So it looks like he only trusted Justin with the business, even though now Christian looks like he's reaping the benefits, in my opinion, of playing the fool for his daddy. But in any case, she literally joined everybody and everything. Let me tell you something. At this point, especially with this case, and this could be the case to end Diddy, I do believe this case will be the case to end Diddy, if these allegations are proven to be true, and I do believe the victim that they are true. But let me tell you why. Because this case, really quick before we get into it, this case takes us away from, they wanted it. They was there. What was you doing? You wanted it. Why was you there if you know what? Something ain't adding up. It takes all those apologists and naysayers off the table. Why is that? Because it don't matter if the third stood up and said, me, please. As soon as Barney and friends are over, can I please come over? What? You got what? You got the new Lunchables? What? Literally, I don't care if they were like, what? Ooh, do you have the little snackables, the grape jelly and peanut butter? Can I come over? It don't matter. She literally, after 8th grade, whatever, brought her and her friends. It really doesn't matter, because sex with a minor will always be illegal. It will always be a crime. I don't care how many Pignishas and Dusties are like, oh, please, I knew what I was doing when I was 14. No, you didn't. Because look at your life. If you knew what you was doing when you were 14, not y'all, but people in the back. And we knew what we were doing when we were 14, and we were all as mature and responsible. I knew what I was doing when I was 14. Your life wouldn't look like it does if you knew what you was doing at 14. If you knew what you were doing at 14, baby, you would be well taken care of. You would be pampered. You wouldn't have been eaten up by the world and spit out and spend a decade or two to try to recover from what happened. Nobody knows what they are doing when they are that young. That is why they call you young and dumb. That is why you need to be 21 to drink. That's why you need to be 18 to vote. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of stuff needs to be raised a little bit more until it's 25. But this takes off the table anything that anybody can say about it was consensual, because legally it can't be consensual. And legally, that's a case. Diddy's a GD fool for not settling. He's a GD arrogant fool. But baby, a fool and his money are soon parted. And Diddy being parted from his money, the respect, the power. I hope Bow Wow's 3 apple high self feels stupid right now. We're talking about 13-year-olds filing cases, and all he got to say is, yo, parties ain't lit the way they used to be. Where's the party at? Diddy's party, you loser. That's all. That's what your life is. You don't got nothing to go do except for take fake first-class pictures. And you talk about, there are literally people whose lives were shattered. They were never able to find a functional relationship. And all you worried about is what you doing at the Grammy after party, which, by the way, one of the people in the lawsuits we're going to read talked about the Grammy after party. And that's what we need to talk about when it comes to who was hosting the Grammy after party with Diddy. Jay-Z? Okay, let's get into this, right? Factual allegations. On or around September 7th, 2000, the plaintiff, then 13 years old, had a friend drop her off at Radio City Music Hall in New York City so she could try to attend the VMAs. This was in 2000. She could try to attend the VMAs. She arrived at the venue and saw large crowds gathering as artists and entertainers began arriving. As the event began, the crowd moved inside, but should we call her Little Orphan Annie? We'll call her Little Orphan Annie. Little Orphan Annie, without a ticket, remained outside. Determined to get into an after party, she approached several limousine drivers attempting to talk her way into the VMAs. And this is how you know Little Orphan Annie ain't that old, because this sounds like an episode of That's So Raven. This sounds like the schemes you be coming up with your friends that sound normal, but no grown woman would do it. Walking up to limo drivers, be like, "Don't worry, I got it, I got it, I got it. Hi, we left our invite in the Waldorf Astoria." And the Plaza Hotel, and before you know it, you describing the scene out of Home Alone. But if you walk us in, we will forgive it. Literally, this sounds like somebody that watches That So Raven trying to hustle their way into things. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for Diddy. He told her that Diddy liked younger girls and said she fit what Diddy was looking for. Not allowing her into the awards, but he invited her to an after party. First of all, this driver, and I'm sure we can find out who it is, they need to be on trial too. The hell you telling somebody that is 3 years old trying to hustle their way into the VMAs? Yo, you what Diddy looking for? You fit the bill. Yo, we can't get you into the VMAs, but come to the after party. Literally. Anyway, the driver told her to return around 9:30 or 10 p.m., promising to take her to the party. Later that evening, Little Orphan Annie excitedly returned to the driver, who drove her alone in a black limousine with a back interior. Again, this disgusts me so much because I can probably imagine the excitement she felt. When you're 13, and I don't want to hear nobody being like, "Where was her parents?" Not around. So what? Just because you don't got parents and people looking out for you doesn't mean that people can just literally chew you up and spit you out. But can you imagine at that age, right? You just want to go to the BMAs. Was that before Instagram, right? You're in there, you're in a limousine being driven personally. Any grown person would be like, "Yo, stranger danger," and start screaming. But for you, you are living an episode of That's So Raven. You're living an episode of the Wizards of Waverly Place. You are living the dream. Again, everybody that allowed this to happen needs to be under the jail. After approximately 20 minutes, she arrived at a large white house with a gated U-shaped driveway. Who is that? 20 minutes from the BMAs? Oh, you think it was in Forest Hills, Queens? Where was 20 minutes from the BMAs? Anyway, let's get into this. Once inside, two men asked her to sign a non-disclosure agreement informing her that she could not discuss what happened at the party. She gave them her name and signed the form, but did not receive a copy. Already, when you sign a non-disclosure agreement, you're always supposed to be able to retain a copy. The fact that they didn't give her one, I think it might not nullify the non-disclosure, but the non-disclosure agreement can be challenged in court because you can always say, "That's not the copy I signed." And if they say, "Well, where's your copy?" You're like, "Okay, I don't know." But let's also not forget, right? Let's also not forget that when you're under 18, nothing you sign is legally binding. They can tell you it is, but when you turn 18, the contract needs to be ratified. So if I don't know, sell you something for $1 million, right? We signed a contract. What does that mean? The contract needs to be ratified. It means it's not automatically void, but it's voidable. There's a difference. Automatically void means like this contract isn't worth the paper it's written on. Get out of my face. Voidable means when you turn 18, it can be ratified, which means it can be made whole. It is now an actual standing contract. But in order for you to ratify a contract, you have to say, I am now 18, I'm now legally adult, and I now accept responsibility for what I did. But before that, that's why people don't give kids credit cards. If they could, they would so they can get their parents in debt. They don't give kids credit cards because you cannot enter into a legally binding agreement if you're under 18. So that NDA, you need the parents' consent for a child to enter into NDA. And even if you actually, and even the kid's not even 16 anyway. Inside the house, she recognized, oh my gosh. She recognized many celebrities in what appeared to be a living room. Now, I know nobody cares. And I know they said Diddy been on Tucci for the last 15 years. But as far as I know, 15 minus 2000, no, that's still 2008. That happened in 2000. So Diddy, you were pretty sober, right? Second of all, could you imagine being at a party and a 13-year-old dressed like a 13-year-old comes wandering in? Would you not grab them and be like, are you lost? Are you okay? Why are you here? Go home. Anyway, right? Sorry, y'all. Wow. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. Oh my God. Listen to this. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry. Wait staff carried around trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the house. You know that is common with Diddy parties. He never really serves food. It's always water, drinks, and that's it. She observed a widespread rug use, including Mary Jane and Coca. She accepted a drink, a reddish yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. She's so young, she don't even know what alcohol tastes like. Again, for anybody saying, what's she doing there? I'll tell you what she's doing there. She's being a young, dumb kid. And that's what kids do. They make bad decisions. They can't recognize danger. They make choices that are against their own best interests. They idolize things because they don't know the truth behind it. That's why they are called kids. And the adult's responsibility is to protect that childlike wonder and innocence like their life depended on it. I will never judge a child by why they were in a bad situation. Look up the definition of child. I'm sure underneath it says, and they will go into bad situations if you do not protect them. That's what parenting is for. That's what social responsibility is for. That's what having a conscience is for. Looking for a place to rest, she entered what she believed to be an empty bedroom. Sorry, it's like so she could lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. Again, sounds like a 13-year-old mistake to me. Soon after, Diddy, along with a male and female celebrity, entered the room. A male and female celebrity? A male and female celebrity? Okay. He aggressively approached her with a crazed look in his eyes. We know that look. It's the same look he had in his eyes when he apologized to Cassie. Grabbed her and said, "You ready to party?" Ugh. Diddy then threw her toward another male celebrity, Celebrity A, who removed her clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. So already, oh God, Diddy needs to be under the jail. Diddy was held down by Celebrity A, who raped her while Diddy and a female celebrity watched. Sorry. After the male celebrity finished, Diddy then raped her while the man and the woman, Celebrity A and Celebrity B, watched. Diddy attempted to force her to perform sloppy toppy on him, but she resisted by hitting him in the neck. So he stopped. She grabbed her clothes and shoes and left the bedroom, roaming with no clothes to the house, looking for an exit as the party continued. You guys, this was someone that should have been home watching Barney and Friends, and That's So Raven. Once outside, she put her clothes back on and left the scene in the dark. Eventually, she reached a gas station. A female clerk noticed her distress and allowed her to use the phone. So there's a record of this. And that means the female clerk is probably already a witness. She called her father, admitted that she lied about her whereabouts, and asked him to pick her up. Could you imagine? After the assault, she fell into a deep depression, which continues to affect every facet of her life. You guys, who's celebrity man, celebrity A, and woman, celebrity B? Who are the celebrities that were there? This was after in the VMAs. Hold on really quick. We're about to go to the next lawsuit. There's like 5 more that got filed. We're going into them, but we're going to do a little Inspector Gadget. Yeah, we looking at blurry pictures, and yeah, we're doing research because at this point, baby. Okay, so let's see. VMAs 2000. Diddy. Let's see who this is. Wait a second. Wait a second. Who was there? Was he with Jennifer Lopez in 2000? It couldn't have been Jay-Z and Beyonce because Jay-Z and Beyonce made their first red carpet appearance together as a couple in 2024. I'm sorry, in 2004. However, who was it in 2000? It was a female celebrity. Who was it? I'm looking right now. Okay, hold on. What year is this? That's 2001. I see J-Lo, Chris, and that's when she was married to Chris Judd. J-Lo, Jay-Z was there, but I don't think he was with Beyonce at all. Who was VMAs 2000? Diddy. I think it might have been J-Lo. It was J-Lo. Oh my God. What if it was J-Lo? So this is what I'm looking at. This is, look at the screen. Remember this? When she was on some, I love you, Poppy. I love you, but Poppy. This is a picture of Diddy and J-Lo at the 2000 VMAs. He was with J-Lo then. Celebrity B, the woman, what if that's J-Lo? Now, all we got to figure out now is who, well, we don't know if it's J-Lo, but she was his woman, but maybe she went home early. You know, J-Lo don't drink. Maybe she was like, okay, one more second. Diddy VMA after party 2000. Let's see. Pamela Anderson was there. Okay, so listen, J-Lo was 100% at the VMAs. Pamela Anderson actually told a story that she had a freaky night at Diddy and J-Lo's VMAs. She said she had a freaky night at J-Lo's at the VMAs. Oh, so who was it? Who was it? I'm really, 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 really interested. Hold on. Was Kim there too? No, that was 2005. Okay, so listen. Pamela Anderson actually talked about the fact that she had a freaky night with them at the VMAs. Let's see if we can find anything else. Hold on. Listen.
Freak off parties, and there's been
listen to this.
Perspective that was given to it.
This is Wild 94.1. Oh, by the way, I'll be on Jokes and Jams November 4th, Vegas's own The Morning Show. It's a 107.1. Make sure you guys tune in. I'll put a link up, but just let you guys know November 4th. Title tells if y'all can come out and support, that's fine. But listen, this is Wild 94.1, okay?
Of the comedians that was doing like a kind of like podcast, and he's like, man, it's comedian Jeff Wittick, and he said, man, a freak off party in Miami. It was at a mansion that was like 8 stories high.
Wow.
And he said it just kept going up higher, and the higher you went up, the freakier it got. And he said it was like, he said it was a lingerie party, like a pajama party.
Okay.
And he was telling them that, he said, we were like, you don't understand these Diddy parties. I don't understand it because I saw live sex happening that night. And it was the first time I had ever seen that in my life. Did I partake? No. But he said, I definitely got drunk and it was crazy to see.
Yeah.
And
okay, hold on, y'all. He's getting to the point. Hold on.
After party for the VMAs, when we were in New York, that's when I saw the model dude who was Pamela Lee Anderson was dating this model dude, Shackelford or whatever.
It's Marcus Schinkenberg. That was the model she was dating. Hold on.
Ryan Shackelford, I believe his name was. He was just some big white dude that looked like Baywatch.
This is the story that happened the night. So somebody is telling a story. They told the story 2 weeks ago, so it couldn't have been. They didn't know about the lawsuit. But listen.
Just a good looking dude. And they were full on, like, me and Fred. How crazy is this? Me and Fred Durst.
Okay. Okay.
I swear to God.
We're
watching me and Fred. All right, so we're there's a couch area, there's a bunch of bottles, there's a club, and it's a private party. So everybody in there is a guest of this party. It's Diddy's after party.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that was the day that when you saw, if you Google J-Lo and Diddy, you'll see them all white with her with a white headband.
I know exactly.
Yeah. So that was that night.
Mm.
Okay. So they're up in the booth, standing up with the bottles, and they hugged up, and there's stars everywhere. So we're upstairs, and in a VIP area, Pamela Anderson is on something.
Okay.
And the dude that she was with, Shackelford or somebody like that, was next to her, and he was in his bag too.
Okay.
All of a sudden, they start kissing. And I'm like standing there looking down at everybody downstairs, and then I look over and see that, and I look to my right, and Fred Durst is looking at it too. I'm like, it's like a movie right here. He's like, no. He's like, it get any better. I'm just gonna sit down and find some popcorn. And so we looked over there again, and he's under her like business.
Oh wow!
Like they going heavier, like where it's like they don't care.
The rounding.
So I laughed, and Fred did crisscross applesauce right in front of him, and just sat down and started watching it like it was theater. And so I sat down right next to him, Indian style. So we like sitting there and watching, and it went down like right in front of us. And I'm like, you had to put on the splash guard.
Yeah, some people are probably going ill right now, but that's Pamela.
It was Pamela, and it was during her height too.
Yeah.
This was like a huge Pamela Anderson. This wasn't like the old lady Pamela Anderson is doing documentaries. This is like this. Yeah.
Post
tape.
tape.
This is post tape.
Oh yeah.
No, wait. No, I don't think this is post tape. I think this was at her height though.
You said Pamela Lee.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
But now I see her as Pamela Lee.
Okay, cool.
But I'm saying now I see her as Pamela Lee, but then I saw.
Anyway. Okay, so that's the thing. So this radio DJ is telling about the party he was at, the after party, that the 13-year-old was walking around with no clothes on, right? On top of that, Pamela Lee and her then boyfriend were going at it. It couldn't have been Jay-Z and Beyonce there because Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't even come out publicly until 2004. This is 2000. However, Jennifer Lopez was co-hosting the party with Diddy. What's the odds that Diddy left her to grab 2 other people and they went at it? Y'all, is Jennifer Lopez celebrity B? Maybe not. I don't know. Also, Kim Butler said bad pictures work to help Diddy. We're guessing unless the feds have clear pictures of video. Kim, girl, that's not the way it works. The feds have face recognition technology. I think feds will take a what is it? A traffic stop picture. that be so blurry in motion and they're able to reconstruct it. The feds have things that we don't even know. The feds just need a picture. The computers will do the rest. A blurry picture ain't never stopped no Fed, no Homeland Security investigations, no anything. I'm telling you, baby, if the feds got that, they cleared it up and found out who was on it. Now, as for what, I don't think blurry pictures help Diddy at all. And also, don't forget, the pictures are from the lawsuit where somebody's actually saying, they're from the lawsuit where somebody's actually saying they were in the picture to actually see what was going on. Okay. So, I mean, I get your point. In a normal world, that might work. But in this Diddy world, no. Again, it is what it is. Hold on, let me read this and then we're going to get into the second lawsuit. That's the jeweler that Diddy SA'd. That's the one that gave the pictures of someone that looks like Mary J. Blige, Misa Hilton, Janice Combs. We're not saying it's them, but they bear resemblance to it. And someone that looked like big back with a gold presidential Rolex or whatever that is. And like a suede, look like expensive t-shirts, seem like it's Rick Ross, but let's get into this. Also, have you noticed, and this is just me, I'll talk about that in a different thing because y'all want me to, but y'all, let's move on. Rox Falk said, girl, Tisa gonna be hitting you up. Good luck with that one. Larry said, Tisa, as you move up the corporate ladder, people change. I hope you keep your strong, positive, and stay black. I can't help but stay black. Being black and dying is guaranteed over here. Everyone say they're going to stay black, but we all know how that goes. But you remember Mama Tells. Lovely Gigi 311, thank you so much for the super sticker. Holly Hadley, thank you so much for becoming a member. We're about to get into the second lawsuit. That was the first one. Give me 1 second. We'll get into the second lawsuit. Don't shadow ban me on YouTube said, hey, Tisa, I ran to Target and back, and being Diddler has a new case. Baby, he has 7 new cases. He ain't ever getting out. Peace and love to all his victims. I know that's right. Don't shadow ban me. Kitten is here said, Tisa, they never serve food because if you eat anything, you'll likely have to go number 2, which affects blank play. But you know what? Well, maybe. But you bring up a good point. If you eat food and you're taking all the stuff, you might actually throw up. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why they don't do it, because I don't feel like, people like getting sick and throwing up. KG said Beyonce was there that night at the VMAs with Destiny's Child. Was she? But okay, but can I just say this? If J-Lo was Diddy's girl, you don't think that Diddy had his girl in the room with him? Now, we don't know who was in that room. We're just trying to play detective. I would just think that his significant other would be the one in the room, but maybe not. Maybe J-Lo was hiding like everybody else. She ain't want no parts of that mofo. Maybe she was hiding like everybody else. All right, you guys, let's get into the second lawsuit, because this one is little bit shocking too. This is also, no names are given. Y'all know Diddy was sitting there begging for demanding, you got to give me the names of witnesses. And the feds looked at him and said, you must think we are. No, please go back to jail, sir. You're not doing that. But Diddy demanded to know. Demanded. Anyway, let's get into this. The second lawsuit. This is an actual prominent jeweler, actually. Diddy is a menace. The facts are the same as all of Tony Buzzbee's, the introduction. They go over the way Diddy is a deviant, maybe even a sociopath, been in trouble all his life. went through his 20 billion cases. This man is a John Doe who resides in California. Again, my legal sources, and also Black Letter Law is going to be on Thursday for us to go in detail. She has some really, really interesting theories. She is one of the best lawyers out there. Make sure you join us on Thursday to hear what she has to say. This guy's offended. She actually was talking to me earlier, and she actually does think that California is going to want a bite of this legal action. Okay, here we go. Now, this one just happened 2 years ago. For all those people saying, did he change? You can't judge a man. Baby, I can judge a man by what he did in 2022. They said in or around 2022, during a promotional party for the launch of Diddy's Ciroc vodka drink, Diddy sexually assaulted this man. But get this, this man is a businessman from the Los Angeles area, an owner of a family business specializing in renting luxury cars and jewelry. You even essaying your plug. Do you know how sick you got? You're essaying your plug. There is no one safe. We need to literally take a record of, has anybody heard from Diddy's DoorDash drivers? Diddy's so crazy. I feel like if you're like, hi, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, delivery.com, they're going to snatch you in, and all that's going to be left are like your shoes on the pavement and like a Popeyes bag that just fell to the ground. They didn't call to order Popeyes hot chicken sandwich. They called to order you. Literally. They're just going to snatch you in. You come with the delivery and they will snatch you in. Diddy is a menace. Anyway, right? Over the previous years, Diddy, and this is for all those people that's just like, that's what you get. What you doing going somewhere with something you don't know? This man knew Diddy. Listen to this. They said on previous years, the jeweler had established a business relationship with Diddy. This guy's a businessman from Los Angeles area, an owner of a family business specializing in renting luxury cars and jewelry. Why does he sound like he's Persian and lives in Glendale? I don't know why. Shout out to all the Persian tattletales, but they said he's from the Los Angeles area and owns a family business specializing in renting luxury cars and jewelry. It's given Persian. It's given Glendale, right? Over the previous years, he established a business relationship with Diddy, who's a customer of his rental business, often renting vehicles or jewelry for himself or for people in his entourage. Now, I know this is very petty of me, and I know we're talking about serious things, but can I just interject? I told y'all Diddy was living a fake billionaire lifestyle. Diddy was renting jewelry. Now, why is that? Because I believe he needed a fake billionaire lifestyle, not to lure in victims. Because at the end of the day, Diddy took what he wanted. He actually seemed like he wanted people that wasn't willing. I don't think that fake billionaire lifestyle was to lure in victims. I believe that fake billionaire lifestyle was to lure in cohorts. People that wanted a piece of the pie. People that saw all that money and they didn't care. They would sell you, them, everybody in between. I think it invited the attention of people that would sell their soul for a nickel. And when they saw Diddy had 1 billion nickels, they said, oh, okay, this will work. And that's why he did that fake billionaire lifestyle. Again, I don't think it was for the victims. He took what he wanted. I don't even think he wanted something. I don't think he wanted anybody willing. And even when people were willing, right? Like Cassie said in the beginning, they got a little freaky, but he kept pushing the boundaries. It's all about this weird control and establishing dominance that no matter what you think you're cool with, he'll keep pushing until you get more. I really want to see what went on between him and Young Miami. And is she finally going to realize what she actually was? Listen. Oh, unintentional opinions. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, let's get back into this. Sorry, this is the second lawsuit. And by second, they already filed 6 lawsuits last week. So technically, this is the 8th lawsuit. He went. There's 15 lawsuits that Buzzbee alone has filed. Diddy rents jewelry and luxury vehicles. for his entourage. The billionaire rents jewelry. Why? Because he needs all the soulless people that will sell themselves for $1 to think that he has $1 billion. And the sad thing is, he didn't even have to give them anything. It was just a promise they might get some of his money. Now, Diddy personally invited the jeweler, the businessman, to the Ciroc party. He accepted based on him and Diddy's past relationships. Diddy told him that many high-profile guests in the music and entertainment business would attend the party. He saw the party as an opportunity to further promote himself in his business, which is reasonable. Once at the party, he noticed many high-profile guests. He took a photograph below which shows Diddy on a couch discussing the Ciroc business with other high-profile individuals. Now, let me just say this. Let's get back into this picture because this is the lawsuit that the picture is from. Let's get into this. First things, class. Who's in this khaki suede shirt with a gold Rolex presidential? Big back, big back. Y'all think that's Rick Ross? Now, I'm not saying it is Rick Ross, but he's saying they're all discussing business. There's another person that looks like they are Caucasian. There's another person with acid wash jeans. We can't see who that is. And there is someone in the corner taping it off. It looks like somebody's taping it. Hold on, let me turn this my brightness up on my computer. Yes, we are investigating this together. Nancy Drew, would it do? Yeah. It looks like somebody has a camera. And it's not Little Rod. And it's not Little Rod. So here's Diddy, right? Discussing, right? They're all looking. So they're saying that it's high profile individuals discussing. So again, who's that woman in the back with the who's that cute boy in the white jacket with a thick accent? Who? Maybe it's all in my head, but I bet we have good bed. Kim, listen, who's that woman with the black thing? They said there's all high profile, but let's get into this, right? So they were discussing business. I don't know why I think that's Rick Ross. They said everybody on that couch was high profile celebrities. Here's Diddy right now. He had plans for that man. Diddy looked like he is high as an eagle. Somebody is filming. Who's this celebrity in the black? We don't know. Who's this celebrity in these jeans? Who is that? Let me find out. It's Bow Wow. It's the last time a party was lit, huh, Bow Wow? Hold on really quick. I have some close-ups, right? There's the woman in the corner. Again, he got pictures of Dana Tran on his wall. It looked like Dana Tran. I don't know. Let's keep going. There's a woman sitting there. Again, she could be anyone. But I just want to know who it is and who that style is. Again, I think that big back, I think that's Rick Ross. Okay, so anyway, but we have no proof it is. We are just pondering the possibilities, okay? Let's see. During the event, Diddy instructed the businessman his jeweler to join him in his private office. He went into the office where the two were alone. He assumed Diddy wanted to have the discussion about business. Again, this is also reasonable. What else? Oh, however, he immediately realized Diddy was intoxicated and acting strangely. He began moving awkwardly closer to the jeweler. Everything Diddy does is awkward. As he did so, Diddy removed his pants and exposed his jinjings to the plaintiff. He continued to move closer and then grabbed the jeweler's jewels through the pants, squeezing in a manner we won't talk about. Now, he was shocked and disoriented. He was frozen momentarily and did not know how to respond to the weirdly inappropriate sexual advance made by Diddy. The situation escalated. Wait, escalated? What did the situation escalate to? The situation escalated until another individual, a professional athlete, entered the office and intervened, which ended Diddy's assault on this man. Oh, this is sad. At this moment, he escaped from Diddy and left the office. After escaping the office, he left the party to return home. To help plaintiff document this encounter, he took a photograph of the Ciroc vodka Diddy gave to him at the party that Diddy ultimately used to sexually assault him. It's shown below. So they show a picture of the Ciroc bottle. The reason why they showed that picture along with the big back picture is because, all jokes aside, the first of all, this picture places everybody at the scene of the crime. Second of all, it is obviously a business meeting because if you look right here, in front, they have all the different flavors of Ciroc. It looks like green apple Ciroc, pineapple Ciroc, regular Ciroc, coconut Ciroc. You have all the flavors of Ciroc in front of you. So this is clearly some type of meeting. On top of that, there's a row of shot glasses at the bottom. It looks like they are doing some type of market testing or whatnot. More importantly, also, more importantly, this man was actually assaulted. It didn't just stop at the groping. The situation escalated, and a professional athlete had to enter in order for him to escape. It makes me wonder, was this man yelling? Was he screaming? Who is this professional athlete? It could be anybody because Diddy has everybody at his parties. That is just one of many. If you guys are wondering about the 13-year-old, you're going to have to rewind, I think, back to minute 14:56. Back to minute 15, that's when I start talking about the 13-year-old. We are now going to move over. We're going to move on to Diddy's 9th lawsuit filed by Tony Buzzbee. If you guys don't know, there were 6 lawsuits last week. He just filed 7 new ones, including a 13-year-old and a 17-year-old. This is really, really rough. We're going to move into the 9th lawsuit. 9th lawsuit that Tony Buzzbee has filed against Diddy. This is another John Doe. It is a personal trainer. And before any of you guys say anything, no, it is not Cassie's husband. But it makes me think. You know, Alex Fine is fine to his namesake. Just hear me out. Let me cook. Alex Fine is fine to his namesake. Cassie's obviously very gorgeous. Diddy was always insanely jealous about Cassie. Insanely jealous. It's odd to me that he hired somebody so attractive to train Cassie. Someone so attractive to train Cassie. And let me just say, I feel like Diddy hired Alex because he wanted Alex to know him biblically. And I believe that Cassie was the bait. And I believe that he let Cassie work out with Alex because he was hoping that Cassie could lure him in. Diddy also, according to Dawn's lawsuits and a lot of lawsuits, got people acclimated to his power, control, and violence by when they first spent time with him, he became insanely violent, usually to Cassie. And then if they stayed, he knew he had them because he would start gaslighting them and stuff. So Cassie, right? At least the story goes, Alex quit working with Diddy because he was working with Cassie. I do believe Diddy had plans for him. I mean, honestly, it's totally his type. Y'all saw Jonathan Oddie. You see the way Diddy did not hire an attract. Diddy's jealous, insecure, putting bombs in people's cars. Did not hire a man that looked like Alex Fine to train Cassie. Stop it with these flights of fancy. But I do believe that he hired him because he wanted Cassie to soften him up so Diddy could get at him, literally, and know him in the biblical sense. And again, Diddy liked to do random acts of violence, if you believe all the victims. And when you were shocked, and if you stayed after that, he knew he had you. The only thing Diddy didn't count on is the fact that Alex's mom, I believe, was a victim of abuse, or I think it was his mom. Remember, he ran that marathon and Cassie waited for him at the end. It was a marathon to support people that domestic violence. So I believe it's his mom or whoever raised him. In any case, when that happened, instead of everybody being like, well, I need my contract right now. And I'm not blaming everyone because people react different. Like, what are we going to do? I went, Alex said, Mofo, I'm training the Avengers right now. I got a thriving business. I was doing this for connections. You must be out of mind if you think I'm going to sit here and watch you lay hands on this woman. And they weren't messing around at that point, right? He immediately quit when it happened. And he told Cassie also, you need to get the hell out of here. Cassie wasn't ready to leave. But when she finally did leave, he reconnected and was like, yo. And he helped her heal and he protected her and he gave her 2 beautiful children. It really is a happily ever after. But I think about that a lot, about how Diddy even let Alex around Cassie, because it never made sense to me. But that's just my thing. Nunya B said it's Rick Ross because his watch is on his right wrist. Nunya, I think that's Rick too, but we don't know. We can't say it is, but it is somebody that looked big back, just like Rick Ross. Also, the real Empress said Diddy always be on that show off energy. He really does. The real Empress said Diddy's insecure is obvious. I completely agree too, right? Yeah, that arm's not DJ Khaled. Look at you guys. Look at the arm. It's the same with the watch. It's right there. It's the same color as Diddy. This man is dark skinned. He is a black man. Anyway, let's get back into this with the trainer, okay? But it's not Alex fine. At least I don't think so. Let me stop talking because in these days, so the fact sets are the same. Everything is the same. The parties are different, but this man does reside in California. Okay, let's get into this. It's a Buzzbee special. The first 10 pages, same facts, same jury demands, same jurisdiction. Factual allegations. This man was a dedicated personal trainer, worked with celebrities and other notable individuals concerning their health and fitness. In and around 2022, this is 2022, a fashion designer who plaintiff trained told him she shared a video showcasing the trainer's distinctive workouts and exercises with Diddy. This fashion designer told him that Diddy was impressed with the training regime and wanted to meet the plaintiff and feature him in a video. The fashion designer eventually extended an invitation for the personal trainer for him to attend an exclusive award show after party in Los Angeles hosted by Diddy. The invitation stated a private car would pick him up from his residence and escort him to the party. Now, pause. Where's my Dame Dash button? Pause. Right? Hit that Dame Dash button. We got to talk about this. This is 2022. It's an award show after party. Wasn't it the Grammys after party that Jay-Z and Diddy were co-hosting? Were they not? Am I imagining that? Maybe I am. You know what? Let's move on and just get to the facts, shall we? Who was Diddy co-hosting a party with? Let me actually, we Googling this right here before we go even further because I need to know. 1 second. Diddy Grammy after party 2022 Los Angeles. I know Diddy hate Getty Images right now. That mofo was always mouth breathing in the camera, making sure he stayed front and center. He probably hate Getty Images right about now. After party 2022 Los Angeles, because baby, we can Google your whole life down to what you had for breakfast. Hold on. That was 2022. Was it a Grammys after party? Hold on. I can't find. What? Wait, what? What year did this happen? Okay, that was 2002. Diddy hosted a Grammy after party in 2022 at the Playboy Mansion. Ooh, look at this. At the Playboy Mansion. Look, oh God. Diddy's whole life, Diddy ain't never seen the light of day. He should have kept himself off of this. Look at this. Here's the invite. Sean Diddy Combs post awards party, the Playboy Mansion, black tie event and dress code. Why was it a black tie event if you got to take all your clothes off at the door? Let's see what the after party in 2022 he hosted. Hold on. Diddy after party 2022. Here we go. 2002 white party. So I see a bunch in 2022 with him and Prince William, Prince Harry, Kanye. Up. I see the 50th birthday. Okay, let's focus. We getting off focus. 2005. His whole life is in pictures. Okay. London celebrity sightings, July 8th, 2022. But where's the after party? Okay, there's 68 pages of Diddy pictures on Getty Images. I'll come back to that, but we're going to find out who was at that party. Chat, let me know if y'all already figured out who was at that, what this after party was and who was there. It was on, oh, here we go. The invitations, okay, so the fashion designer eventually extended an invitation to the personal trainer for him to attend an exclusive awards show after party in Los Angeles hosted by Diddy. The invitation stated a private car will pick up the personal trainer from his residence and escort him to the party. As promised on June 27, 2022, a black Lincoln Navigator arrived to escort the personal trainer to Diddy's residence in the Hollywood Hills. When he arrived at the party, one of Diddy's business associates greeted him at the entrance. This person explained that the trainer needed to execute a non-disclosure agreement as a condition to enter into the party. Plaintiff ultimately consented to the agreement because he wanted to meet Combs and have an opportunity to promote himself in his business. Diddy's associate did not provide the trainer with a copy of the non-disclosure agreement. Again, I'm not saying that voids the non-disclosure agreement. I am saying that it is grounds to contest the non-disclosure agreement. Here we go. After signing the agreement, Diddy's associate then handed plaintiff a drink, which looked like a typical tequila soda with a cranberry juice mixer. Again, didn't that young girl say that she had tequila and cranberry too? I guess something about tequila, cranberry, and orange juice makes whatever they put in there, and they're saying they put something in there, makes the taste go along. Diddy's associate then told the plaintiff to drink the beverage as another condition to gain entry into the party. He obliged and took several sips of the drinks. Yo, Diddy is insane. You are meeting mofos at the door, handing them an NDA saying you got to sign this to get in. And if people are like, okay, I'll sign. And then you're like, pause. Shout out to Dame Dash. Pause. You need to also drink this drink as a condition to enter the party. However, hold on. I'm putting in Diddy's after party. What is it? July? What is it? June? Sorry, you guys. I got to Google this. June 27th. June 27th, 2022. Wait, did y'all tell me in the chat who it is? Did y'all do the chat? No, the chat didn't do it. Oh, the BET award show was on that day? Oh, wow. Hold on, y'all. Diddy BET Awards show after party. I'm looking for pictures. You're right. Young Miami was there too. Everybody was there having the time of their life. Look at this. There's Mary right there, young Miami, looking stressed, bored, and zoned out. There's Mary J. Blige, Diddy's right-hand girl. Tell me this girl don't look like the woman. You know what? Y'all gonna stop playing with me. Where we at? Look at this. Y'all still think I'm reaching? Y'all still think I'm reaching? Y'all talking about you can't tell anything from a blurry photo, and you might be right. But y'all still think I'm reaching? I mean, I could be, but still, something could be going on. Everybody is having the time of their life, laughing, cackling. Who we got here? Who we got here? Who we got here? Pervy Franken the Turtle, aka Aoki's daddy, Mingley's daddy. Who we got here? The last time Russell Simmons was probably allowed on U.S. soil without having to worry about being served by something. Who do we have here? Pervy Franklin. Wait, where's this Eric Adams? I mean, the description still fits. Pervy Franken the Turtle. Is this Eric Adams or Russell Simmons? I can't tell. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop misidentifying people. Who we got here? Tiffany Haddish. Baby, you know she's an enabler. Who we got here? Tiffany. Sorry, my screen is, let me turn my brightness down. Who we got here? Tiffany Haddish, the enabler in chief. What's wrong? Ari Spears and his raccoon eyes didn't need any fresh youngins. And this guy. Woo. Oh, look at this. Miguel and Usher. Young Miami. Oh, God. Look at this. Wow. Okay, so I'm looking at the Diddy after party right now. Everybody, I will say one thing, right? Everybody was there. Everybody was there. But here's the thing. One of the after parties looked like it was held at a club. I think that was the general party thing. It looks like he had a separate after party at his house. After the show is the after party, and after the party is probably, yeah, okay. Anyway, get this. Okay, so the guy drank, right? He drank the Reverend Jim Jones punch. That's going to take him down to hell. Once inside the residence, a model and a current client of the plaintiff, that's the personal trainer, greeted him. He felt more comfortable and at ease after seeing a familiar face. He observed numerous celebrities in attendance at the party, adding to the glamorous yet overwhelming atmosphere. Eventually, a business associate of Diddy guided the plaintiffs from a large room illuminated with red lights to a small room. Okay, I take that back. Hold on. I take that. First of all, didn't Little Rod say that people were, I mean, look, this room's illuminated. This is from the Diddy after party, but this looks like a club. He did this all in his house. It must be. This is a red room illuminated with red light. Pictures from the after party. There's a bunch of pictures in Shutterstock. Like everybody was there, but he took him to another room. Also, Little Rod said that Diddy always had, Little Rod said that Diddy always had, look, Lil' Kim was there. Little Kim. I think Little Kim's actually been through it because if you actually look at, never mind, that's me. That's me. That's me. Anyway, there were a lot of people there. A lot. I see Wiz Khalifa. I see Mary J. Blige and Diddy, his day one. You know what? Let me stop. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Remember when they were the princes to the kingdom? Yeah, look at them. Anyway, okay, so this was the same place. Little Rod's lawsuit had a bunch of pictures. Diddy had a thing with having red lights everywhere. Okay. Okay, so eventually, a business associate of Diddy guided the personal trainer from a large room illuminated with red lights to a smaller room. There, the trainer observed approximately a dozen individuals, including several well known figures who were engaging in group SMEX activities. Y'all, I want to see in the chat who you think was engaging in group SMEX. They said that there were a dozen people there. There were 12 well known people doing the do. And baby, we ain't talking about Mountain Dew Slurpees. Lola Loves Us said that arm that's light is what I think they meant. T said, hey, what's up, La? What's up? What's up, La? La. Rock Spalt said, that's Tia in the hat. You think that's Tia in the hat? K3A4 New York said pics in the back look like Craig Mack and J-Lo. It ain't Craig Mack or J-Lo at all. But it might be. Who knows? Kim Marie Norman, I'm looking at them like because they're in the lawsuit. That person over there looked Asian. J-Lo don't got an Asian face. Kim Marie Norman said Marriott is giving Madam always near Cassie in Miami. Wasn't she friends with Quinn Porter? Listen. Mary friends with everybody. I hope Mary ain't involved in this though. I really honestly hope so. Like I hope somebody has some sense. Anyway, let's get back into this. Thank you so much for the super chat, you guys. Wow. Once inside the smaller room, he began to feel disoriented, dizzy, and weak, far beyond what he expected from consuming a single alcoholic beverage. It became clear to him that something was wrong. He later realized that somebody had rugged him. A photograph of the actual exemplary container used by Diddy and or his agents' employees to insert GHB into alky beverages. Here is the picture. So they keep the GHB in this little tub, pool, whatever, and that's what they use to put it in the beverages. At this moment of realizing his significant impairment, Diddy approached the trainer, removed his pants, and began performing what? Non-consensual sloppy toppy onto him. So let me get this straight. This designer was like, that works out with trainer was like, oh my God, you should work with Diddy. He would love you. And she sent Diddy videos of the guy. Diddy was like, yeah, I like him, invite him to the party. Diddy sent a driver to come pick this person up. The trainer was like, and I understand, was like, yo, this is a job interview. He walks in. They were like, yo, you guys sign an NDA. He said, okay. They said, you got to drink this drink. He said, all right, sip the drink. Saw a few people he knew, but it was overwhelming. It was a party, but there was a second party going on during the first party. Okay. He got taken into a smaller room. The red room with the light is the one that's on all the images. This is a 2002 BET after party. The red one, this is after he had just won the Lifetime Achievement Award and name check Cassie. They led them from the big party into a small private room. When he walked into the room, he saw a bunch of A-list celebrities, about 12 of them, and they were engaged in group love. Take me to your best friend's house, tie me up and I'll tie you down. That's a group love. No, that's neighborhood. I think it's correct. Okay, it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is the guy, when he was let in there, felt disoriented. He knew something was wrong. He's a trainer. His job is to be in control of his body. Diddy then took the trainer's pants off and started giving him sloppy toppy. You just joining us? We are on the 5th level, descending to the 13th level of Dante's Inferno in hell. Anyway, Diddy then directed him to perform sloppy toppy on another individual in the room, known as Celebrity A. Due to the haze of the rug he had been given secretly, he could not resist Diddy's coercion and ordering. He felt trapped inside his own body, unable to control it or understand what was happening around him. As a result, he was forced to perform sloppy toppy on Celebrity A. After Celebrity A finished, the individual spit into his mouth. So for those of you guys wondering, how does somebody do that non-consensually? So GMB is originally a drug that was given to people in psych wards. People in psych wards that were too difficult for the employees to deal with, or they thought they were a danger. So what it does is it turns you into kind of like a waking zombie. It makes you very susceptible to instruction. You're sitting there, you're awake. You could just be sitting there quietly. If you get up and you're like, yo, Tisa, come here, right? You will get up and go there. If you're like, Tisa, raise your arms, you will raise your arms. It makes you very, very, very susceptible to coercion because, like he said, you feel trapped in your own body. You really don't know what's going on or what to do. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. So, Celebrity A, Diddy forced him to give Celebrity A sloppy toppy. And when Celebrity A was finished getting sloppy toppy, he spit into the trainer's mouth. At this point, the rugs in his system were progressively hampering his motor skills and memory. They caused him to lose consciousness for brief periods of time. While in and out of consciousness, individuals at the party forced the trainer into sexual acts with both men and women. His physical disposition made it impossible for him to reject their advances or otherwise control his body. These individuals, including Diddy, essentially passed his rugged body around like a party favor for their sexual enjoyment. This is some, yo, is this is what Bow Wow was talking about? Parties ain't lit the way they used to be, right? The only thing we can know is I doubt Bow Wow was in here. They said that it was A-list celebrities. I'm just saying. So I don't think Bow Wow was in this room. He was still in room A, just, jamming, asking them to play, like, what was Bow Wow's song? Little Bow Wow. You just don't know. He was in the big room, with the losers, asking them to play, trying to get the DJ to play his few hits. Little Bow Wow. You just don't know. That's what Bow Wow was doing. He needed to keep his 3 apple high self shut and shut that mouth. Anyway, so the trainer was passed around like a party favor. The drugs in the plaintiff's system ultimately caused him to completely lose consciousness for an extended period of time. He does not recall anything after this point. I completely believe this. When he finally regained consciousness, he found himself outside of his apartment, disoriented, without a shirt and without his phone. He is unaware who took him back to his apartment or how he got there. As a direct result of the traumatic events at Diddy's party, he suffered severe emotional and psychological trauma, financial harm, and significant loss of livelihood. I believe that. How could you even trust anybody after that? Wow. This is wild. This is wild. Okay, so that was the 3rd lawsuit. I'm sorry, not 3rd. Add that to the 6th from last week. That was the 9th lawsuit. Let's go to the 10th lawsuit because we got there's a 10th lawsuit. We got a long way to go. It is a Buzzbee special, which means the jurisdiction, the parties, they're all the same. Except for one party obviously is a man. I'm sorry, this is another woman. We went, if you guys are wondering with the 13-year-old, just rewind back to minute 15. That's when we start the lawsuit with the 13-year-old. That is actually that's actually the first person to file suit with Diddy. Wow. Sorry guys, let's get to the next one. It's been a long weekend. Let's see. Here we go. Now, who's the thing? This is also a woman. Let's actually make sure she actually is, because she's a female who resides in Arizona. The 13-year-old resides in Alabama. Now, this is the allegations. Diddy's infamous Las Vegas parties were legendary events known for their exclusivity, extravagance, and celebrity guest lists. The high-profile parties attracted A-list celebrities from across the entertainment, fashion, and business world. The events were lavishly decorated, featured live music performances, and boasted top-tier food and beverages. As the atmosphere at these parties was one of opulence and luxury, often making headlines for their celebrity guest list. This is true. Over-the-top entertainment, true, and stunning aesthetics of the event. Many unsuspecting individuals were recruited to attend these parties. Some individuals were recruited in various cities and were paid to fly in and attend these functions. On Memorial Day weekend in 2014, plaintiff and two of her friends visited Las Vegas to stay at Hotel Rio. They were on the budget, but that's not funny, but they were on the budget. Hotel Rio? Really? Anyway, while there, plaintiff contacted various people she met in the entertainment industry in order to find out any cool events that would be taking place. One such contact was an entertainer who identified himself as International Smooth. Don't never trust anybody that calls themselves International Smooth. They literally spelled it SMOOVE. Who she had met a few years prior at a party in Miami. She was never able to ascertain his legal name, but connected with him through Instagram using that moniker. Sorry. The plaintiff discovered that Smooth, with a V, was in Las Vegas through his Instagram stories, and after contacting him, discovered that he worked for Diddy as a party promoter. Smooth, with a V, invited plaintiff to an exclusive party at a Las Vegas popular poolside lounge called Club Rehab. Okay, everybody knows Rehab. Smooth, with a V, made it clear that this was an exclusive celebrity party, and oh my God, and her two friends were not invited, only her. Despite having some awkwardness with this rule, with the encouragement of her friends, they decided to attend the party to potentially network with influential people there. That's actually really scary because at the end of the day, you think about it, the fact that like you get invited to an exclusive Diddy party. You're obviously in the industry, you want to network. Your friends are actually being supportive. Like, girl, listen, it's not about the party. You need this. Go network. We'll be all right. We'll meet you later. The friends were actually being good friends, but can you imagine if like they had like made a fuss, which they wouldn't because they were good friends, that might have saved her all of this. Hold on, there's pictures that she has in here. Hold on, let me find them. That is not J-Lo. I don't know what y'all talking about. Let's see. I think there's a picture. Okay, well, we just gonna have to hold it up to the screen. Hold on. Okay. I'll hold the picture up to the screen. But let's get to this. While at the party, she met many celebrities, including Mary J. Blige, Little Kim, and Nicki Minaj. She saw more. She saw more that she did not meet. She took pictures. She took pictures or videos with many of these celebrities and posted them on her private Instagram page. She was also introduced to Diddy, who greeted her and said he hoped she had a lot of fun at the party. Eventually, the party at Club Rehab died down, and she was invited by Smooth, with a V, to an after party at Diddy's suite in Planet Hollywood Hotel. Diddy looked like a mofo to stay at Planet Hollywood. While there, she spoke to Diddy again, and he directed her to a bar area with tens of dozens of open bottles of his Ciroc branded vodka. Diddy directed her to grab a bottle and help herself. She also took videos of Diddy at the party and posted them on her Instagram. Stills for the video are shown below. Let me tell you something. Ciroc vodka is done. I will never buy that vodka. I don't care if they come out with Fruity Pebble, Hawaiian Punch. I don't care if they come out with a Hawaiian Punch version. The damage that Diddy has done to that brand, Ciroc needs to sue Diddy for damaging their brand. I'm just saying. Okay said, appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Okay. Why Turner 100 if he said, I was wondering if Wendy's son was a victim. I remember Puff was on the show and he told her he just saw her son in the green one. Wendy started stuttering and forgot what she was talking about, allegedly. I do remember that thing. And Wendy did get scared and forget what she was talking about. That's a good question. I doubt Lil Cab Bop, because that's the thing with Diddy. You had to go to the party, but everybody was going to his party. You guys look at the screen really quick. She posted a video of Diddy. Diddy, this is him. This is in the Vegas party. She had videos and pictures of all the celebrities. She posted this. This is stills from the video. That's definitely Mouth Breather. That is Mouth Breather. And that's that little Harlem shit. That's the rented necklaces. Imagine renting necklaces from someone and actually wanting to fill them up. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Diddy's jeweler is also suing him. Diddy also rents his necklaces and cars, but whatever. I hope everybody that literally sold their soul to get like a penny, a dollar of Diddy's money feels stupid that money was never really what they said it was. Anyway, listen. So anyway, he was partying. He was doing this. This was so Diddy where he would make everybody watch him while he danced. You know what the funny part about this is? Diddy trying to put on a show. Look at the girls in the background. They on their phones. They looking like, what the F? They just like, boy, the one girl that's by the door, she ready to go. Let me zoom in on this picture. Who is this? Who's these girls? Is this? Yeah. Nah. I know it's not. Who are these girls? Who are these people? This looks like a boring party. Anyway. So listen, she did as suggested by Diddy and took a few sips of what she thought was vodka from one of the open bottles. But about 40 minutes after having one or two drinks from the Ciroc bottle, she began to feel nauseated and dizzy, slowly losing control. Slowly losing control of her motor function. This occurred at around 8 p.m. in the evening. A photographer, a photograph of the evidence. If you guys didn't see it, this is the way it looks. That's the little bottle they use to carry the GHB, and that's how they flip the top and pour it into drinks. This occurred about 8 in the evening. A photograph of the actual container used by Diddy and or his agents' employees to insert GHB into alcohol drinks is seen below. Now, listen, she wouldn't have told Smooth with a V that she did not feel well and likely would need to leave the party soon. Okay? Smooth with a V, one of some of Diddy's fake billions. However, he directed her to an empty bedroom in the suite and told her to lie down until she felt better. He told her not to worry about being disturbed because the door would be locked. The next thing she recalls is waking up the following morning feeling very groggy and sore. Her entire body hurt, and it felt difficult to move. As soon as she awoke, she saw Diddy in the corner of the room, shirtless and yelling loudly and with animation at someone over the phone. He was the only person in the room with her, and it was clear that someone else had been in bed with her. Out of fear and confusion, she remained silent and still until Diddy left the room and she heard the front door to the suite close. She eventually got up and realized she was naked, and her general soreness was more aggregated down below. She was horrified to realize that she had been raped by Combs. She found her belongings, including her dead cell phone, and made her way back to Hotel Rio where her friends were staying. Upon arriving at the Hotel Rio, the friends were shocked to see the state she was in. They tried to help her. She indicated all she wanted to do was shower and rest. She ended up sleeping for 2 entire days after that. I guess Diddy wasn't sharing his IV. She only remembered vague glimpses of her friends trying to wake her up and offer her water. Afterwards, her friends told her they did their best to take care of her during this time, but she was super incoherent. In the aftermath of the assault, she struggled with intense emotional pain and mental issues, feeling disgusted and deeply depressed. She experienced significant impact on her personal life. She struggles to maintain relationships or be in a party atmosphere due to the assault. Not a day goes by that she does not think about the traumatic incident. So let me hold on. We're at That was, let's see, we did 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 10. Let me tell y'all something, right? What have we been through? Everybody, whether they are Tony Busby's, Tyrone Blackburn's, Douglas Wigdor, Ariel Mitchell's, they all have one common theme, right? Lisa Bloom's, they all have the same theme. Diddy can try to get out of this what you want. Everybody is not lying. Everybody is not lying. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's get into the 10th lawsuit. Diddy ain't seeing heaven, and we gonna make sure this is hell on earth for him. P said Johnson & Johnson should sue. I know that's right. Nunya B said Aaliyah and Jay-Z would both have been at the VMA at Diddy's. Aaliyah was here in 2000? Was it? Tate Van said, if the baby oil ain't lace, get up out of my face. Listen, this is crazy. Was that Mayor? Listen, I might have misidentified a few people. It looked like a perverted Frank and the Turtle, who I associate with Russell Simmons, but it could be Mayor Adams. But that was from 2000, wasn't it? That was from 2000. What was Eric Adams doing in an award show in Los Angeles? Well, whatever. And the VMAs was in 2000. I don't think Eric Adams had motion like that in 2000, but maybe he did. I don't know. Kim Marie Johnson said, Mary is giving madam. Y'all remember that? Again, we're not saying Mary is a madam. We are saying that if we find out Mary is a madam, we would not be surprised. Also, why Turner 100 Ippy said, you didn't have to go to the party to be violated. After your episode of The Worker at Macy's, someone needs to check on little Kevin. You can't trust Diddy. I agree. No, but here's the thing. I feel like the party is what he lured people into, and he forced them to drink alcohol so people could be like, what was you doing there if you ain't want it? But the fact that he was just roving around like a lunatic, I see why the feds told him to get to listen. Diddy need to. I'm glad he's locked up right now, teaching the roaches how to Harlem shake and literally yelling at the rats to go get him some cheesecakes from Junior, like he is some psychotic Cinderella. Anyway, let's get into the 10th lawsuit. This is wild, though. Okay, here we go. On or around December 2022, plaintiff, a 29-year-old independent music artist who wrote, sang, rapped, and produced music, was invited to a party in New York City hosted by Diddy. Who could this be? She was invited along with several of her friends, also independent musicians. Upon arrival, she observed a large, white, elegant residence, which stood apart from other homes in the area and was accessed by a long, curved driveway. The house was adorned with lavish decor, featuring a grand entryway, a spacious room, and large glass table. Okay, so already this sounds like the same house that the 13-year-old went to. Once inside, servers offered platters of food and drinks, creating a luxurious. Oh, they're offering food, first time in a million. Oh, creating a luxurious and upscale atmosphere. She quickly recognized various celebrities from the music industry and television, including Diddy himself. As she mingled with other guests, she noticed a widespread use of rugs, including coca, pills, marijuana. Those employed and working in conspiracy with Diddy pressured all guests to consume the rugs that were being provided and served by the house staff. She declined the repeated offers. I'm guessing that's KK. I'm guessing that's Moy. I'm guessing that's Brandon. But we're going to have to wait for the feds to actually find out who exactly it is. All right. Hold on. Let's keep going. The plaintiff declined the repeated offers. That evening, she drank a single glass of wine, consuming no other substances. At some point during the event, she was approached by and engaged in a conversation with Diddy over her music career. He expressed Sorry. He expressed interest in her work, stating his desire to help elevate her career to feature her on a track. He advanced the interaction by inviting her to his office, suggesting they discuss the advancement of her music career in private. After arriving in the office, she began to feel disoriented, as if she were slipping in and out of consciousness. It became clear at the time that she had been rugged. Due to the effects of her rug drink, Diddy graped and SA'd her. She could not stop him from doing so, as if she were trapped inside her body, not participating, but not able to resist. The next thing she clearly remembers is waking up at 6 a.m., confused and disoriented in the same office where the assault took place. After checking herself, oh my God. Trigger warning, after checking herself, she discovered blood on her legs from her area and bruising on her lips. She also found deep imprints in her arms and wrists, suggesting she had been tied with ropes. Additionally, she felt significant pain and soreness in her nether regions. Overwhelmed with fear and panic, she frantically searched for her belongings, including her phone and clothes, but could not find them. Instead, she discovered a pair of pants, a shirt, and slides, which she quickly put on before trying to escape. She eventually left the residence. As a result, she suffered significant emotional distress and trauma. She continues to deal with psychological and emotional consequences. You guys, let's roll this back because this got darker at record pace. She only drank one drink. She thinks something was in it. She woke up around 6 a.m. She was confused and disoriented. She was in the same office that the assault took place, but nobody else was around. She was looking for her clothes and her phone. She couldn't find them. However, when she first awoke, she checked herself. She discovered blood on her, running down her legs from her nether regions and bruising on her lips. She found deep imprints on her arms and wrists, suggesting she had been tied with ropes. Yo. Yeah. How can anybody say that Diddy deserves to be? Janice Combs should delete that dumb letter she posted about Diddy. She's the problem. Your son, if these reports are true, is a monster. Those kids, as much as they love their daddy, and I get it, he is a monster. Diddy should not, well, what am I saying? He shouldn't be on the streets. The federal government also agrees he shouldn't be on the streets. But who would have thought? We are moving as one. Let's see. Why Turner 100 Iffy said, if you don't understand, those drugs didn't have to be in drinks. Watch Blink Twice. I understand the bruises and all now. Exactly. Venus Green said, yeah, I think so, but let me just say this. I think Diddy put it in the bottles of Ciroc because it was, I don't know. He gets weird fixations. I know you could do this and that. I think he wanted it there on purpose. Also, Venus Green, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. You said Biggie's song says, "What's beef?" Yes, it did say they great kids. Let me tell you something. We're not going to get into Biggie's thing, but Biggie did some questionable, and when I say questionable, I mean questionable songs. But you know what? We have bigger fish to fry. I mean, not literally, but metaphorically. Let's get into this, right? You're right. Biggie was into some weird stuff. And the fact that everybody just rapped along with it, like, do you hear what this mofo was saying? Anyway, this one is a Jane Doe, and she is suing the Marriott Hotel and also Diddy. The Marriott Hotel and Diddy was named in this lawsuit. Let's get into this. Diddy and his staff regularly invited members of the public to events such as music video shoots, photo shoots, autograph signings in and around New York City. At one such event, it took place in 2004 across the street from her college campus in Brooklyn. Through her friends and Diddy's accomplices and agents, she received an invitation to Diddy's photo shoot. She was 19 years old at the time. She was flattered and excited to receive such an invitation from an individual of Diddy's celebrity and stature. She was 19. She accompanied her friends to the event and discovered that it was a photo shoot promoting the band, a recording group Diddy signed on his record label, Bad Boy Entertainment. At the photo shoot, she and one of her good friends, another freshman living in the dormitory, were eventually invited to an after party by Diddy's business associates. Before leaving for the party, she had met Diddy at the photo shoot. Diddy told her and her friend that they should come to his hotel first for a more exclusive party. And her and her friend agreed to be taken to a Manhattan area Marriott by a member of Diddy's entourage. Upon arriving at the hotel suite, she noticed there were a dozen people having drinks and listening to music in a relaxed party environment. While attempting to mingle around the party, she and her friend were suddenly grabbed and taken to a separate room. Oh, I think we read this already. She believed the man taking them to be a security guard. She went with them, but she asked him where they were going, and he simply told her, "You know what you're here for." After taking her and her friend to the bedroom, the security guard left the room and locked the door. The only person in the room besides her and her friend was Diddy. Diddy gave her and her friend more drinks, then instructed them to do coca that he had prepped for them on the coffee table. She did not want to do coca. He continued getting gradually more aggressive with two women and eventually began forcibly touching them without consent. While they resisted, he ordered her friend to perform sloppy toppy on him, or else he would have murked them both. Her friend complied as she begged for Diddy to allow them to leave, but he said no. He soon turned the sights to Miss Doe and forced her to take her clothes off under the threat of violence. Once she was undressed, he forced himself on her and did the bad things. He did a lot of stuff to her, all while she was begging him to stop. Soon and likely due to her cries, the door opened and security guard from earlier came in and asked if everything was all right. Her friend took the opportunity to rush out the recently locked door. Let's not forget that it was locked inside. She, however, could not move as Diddy was still on top of her. He got off for her to talk to the security guard. He left the room but told her to stay, otherwise she would be murked. After about half an hour of sitting in the dark room by herself, another security guard came and told her she could leave. She gathered her things and left immediately and called a taxi back to her dormitory in downtown Brooklyn. Yeah. So, where are we at? Diddy deserves to be under the jail. Diddy ain't seeing heaven. Anybody that defends Diddy, we need to look at them sideways. That's my opinion. I'm not saying they're guilty. I am saying that they moved to a person of interest. They moved to a mofo. Was you at them parties too? They moved to, oh, you wasn't at the red light BET party. You were at the separate eyes wide shut party in an exclusive room in there. I want to say one thing these documents let me know. I always thought that the parties happened and then everybody went home and then there was another party. No. In the middle of all of the party, he would have a separate room where they were having group love and doing all that stuff. Y'all, Diddy is done with this mess. He's done. I can't see anybody defending him. I can't see him getting out of this. Everybody can't be lying. I repeat, everybody can't be lying. Listen, everyone can't be lying. I heard somebody say Stevie J is one of the main culprits. Maybe. But I do believe they said that the culprits were A-list celebrities. Now, unless A-list means you walking around with an Amazon Prime polyester two-piece and some gray suede New Balances and ankle socks on the beaches of Miami while you walking behind your man showing him that you the better ride or die, forget young Miami. You don't need him. You don't need her. I'm your ride or die. Unless that makes you an A-list celebrity, I don't think Stevie J is like listed as an A-list celebrity. I'm serious. Unless somebody says they saw somebody looking like an angry chipmunk, right? You know, Stevie. Like, what is it? Not a chip. Is it a chipmunk? Possum? Raccoon? Walrus? Otter? Help me out, y'all. Is it otter? Just angry, right? I don't think that they're talking about Stevie J. Again, context matters. I believe Stevie J was around there. I just think they looked over that mofo. When they talk about the A-list celebrities, Stevie J, even the people that watch Love and Hip Hop don't count him as an A-list celebrity. Come on now, be serious. Listen, you said he could host federal parties now. He can't even host federal parties. He's sitting up there literally trying to reenact Making of the Band, going crazy, harassing some rats that are literally trying to be like, sir, we're trying to get past your cell and go to the commissary. We do not feel like being your slaves. You know what I'm saying? Bieber, there we go. An angry Bieber. I don't think that Stevie J is the A-list. I don't. I just don't. I did. Y'all can say what y'all want. Stevie J is not an A-list. Bow Wow was not an A-list. Who else? Who else? Who else? Y'all, listen. Big back and crunchy wig. Big back and crunchy wig. Listen, Stevie J is not a well-respected producer. He is not. And even if he is, I don't care. I'm not even arguing this point. He's not an A-list celebrity. Like when you see like producers in a room, you don't be like, oh my God, I was around A-list celebrities. We know what it was. Nope. Lovejoy said, love to, oh, thank you so much. Love to you too. Love to you too. Listen, and thank you, Kim Marie, for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you. And Venus Green, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months as well. Y'all, listen, Diddy ain't beating these cases. People can say, oh, they lying. They trying to make them go down. Baby, everybody ain't lying. The U.S. government is not lying. Diddy's done. Mark Agnifilo is back on Diddy's case. He was being phased out. He is back because he is the only lawyer telling Diddy what he wants to hear. I think everybody else is looking at the evidence saying, sir, snap out of it. Literally, if I was Diddy's lawyer, I'd be like, sir. And Diddy's like, yeah. And you tell the government I'm suing them. And you tell the government I want that video thrown out. And you tell the government I'm going to strike people from their witness list. And you tell the government when I'm done with them, they going to pay me. Sir. KK, did someone get some Tucci in here? What is it? I would have been like, look at why Diddy was making all these demands from jail, saying, yeah, we're going to appeal this, we're going to do that. And Mark Agnifilo was the only person being like, and you want them to strike the witness list, and you want this, writing it down, those demands, because he's just fleecing Diddy, in my opinion. Sir, who got some? I would have been there and be like, this mofo is still on Tucci. Did they do a cavity search? Where did he get this Tucci from? Literally, I would have just been sitting there as the lawyer. Every time a guard walked by, I would have been looking and been like, who gave him the Tucci? Is it him? No, he don't look like a Tucci dealer. Probably that one, because he keep looking over here guilty. I would have just been sitting there like looking like, you want me to tell the federal government that because there's a video of you beating your girlfriend up at the time, you want me to tell the federal government that you want access to every Department of Homeland Security agent's text messages, emails, and cell phone records? Yeah. Who's bringing this man Tucci? Clearly, he's still hot. I would have been sitting there. You know me. When I'm thinking in my head, it's just like blank. Just a look. Clearly, this man is high as a kite. Clearly, he still has his Tucci Connect. Clearly, I need to get my billable hours in here and go home. Let me see if DoorDash is still ordering. That's what I would have been in my head, just looking at Diddy like, yeah, we'll get on that. While Mark's like, yes, sir. You want to subpoena the whole department? You're trying to say what's like, literally, stop it. Listen, so who are these people? Also, why Turner 100 Iffy said, Kathy Lake, you asked how could he do this in Macy's with cameras the same way he did it to Cassie in front of cameras? And you're questioning bruises too. How could he do this? But here's the whole thing, Kathy. Thank you for bringing this up, White Turner. The lawsuit in Macy's, I actually read the whole lawsuit. You should go listen to it, Kathy, because you're missing a lot. He says that the CEO of Macy's contacted the CEO of Echo Clothing after it happened and told them to fire a lowly merchandise person. I believe that there is video evidence. He implies there's video evidence. Moreover, that is like the CEO, you work at McDonald's and the CEO of Taco Bell. The CEO, Macy's is huge. This was in their heyday. The CEO of Taco Bell reaches out to your boss at McDonald's and says they think you should be fired. Why is the CEO contacting anyone? Again, there were cameras. People are saying things are documented, but people said that they just let it go because they didn't care. Because they didn't care. They just didn't care. Anyway, I'm just saying, listen, at the end of the day, how did they get away with this? I'll tell you how. Baby, let me tell you something. How did they get away with this? Well, let's think about it. Remember when I said Diddy was faking this billionaire lifestyle, renting chains, renting cars, renting this, the lavish? I know what everybody's thinking. Oh, he did that to catch victims. I believe he did not do that to catch victims. It is important to note that Sean Diddy Combs does maintain his innocence. He said these are all disgusting, reprehensible lies, and he looks forward to defending himself and having his day in court. To which I say, I'm looking forward to Diddy having his day in court too, but not for the reason Diddy wants it to be. But Diddy rented, one of the men he rented the jewelry and cars from, Diddy actually assaulted. I believe that Diddy's lifestyle and that flash, it wasn't to get the victims. It was to attract flunkies, co-conspirators, people that will do anything for $1. That's what he was putting the lavish lifestyle on. So the people that wanted money would see that lavish lifestyle and be like, well, if I look the other way with these kids, if I look the other way with these women, if I look the other way with these men, if I look the other way with somebody's son, daughter, sisters, mother, brother, uncle, then maybe I'll get a penny. Maybe I'll get that record deal. Maybe I'll finally get put on as producer, or maybe he'll just pay me. See, Diddy was a true gin. He would do the glitter, the glamour. Is this what you want? Bring me that 13-year-old. And the way people, just hear me out. Now, I don't know if this is true. This is just me speculating. It's a speculation. The way in so many stories, people, when they see someone Diddy might like, it's like, yo, like the driver, yo, we're going to go to a special party. You a good fit. Remember that one girl from the Soft White Underbelly, Tania, when she said she was at Diddy's party and his sons were out, saw her and was like, yo, you a good fit. My dad's going to like you. Diddy had everybody trained to mine for him. And they would bring back people that they knew that Diddy liked. But why would they do that if it was for free? I do believe it sounds like Diddy probably gave really, really good rewards or pats on the head when you bought him somebody that he liked. Even the driver, why would a driver like even talk to a 13-year-old and come back and get them and this and that? And it doesn't make any sense unless the driver was getting a reward for bringing in somebody that Diddy would like. Again, that fake billionaire lifestyle, it wasn't to attract victims. It was to attract the low down, disgusting, vulgar pieces of ish men and women that did things, not even for money maybe, but even just to favor Curry favor with Diddy, his empire, connections, money. You know how it is. I think that's what's going on. Also, Kim Marie Norman said, I used to work there years ago and Macy's has cameras in the registers. They turned a blind eye. It's because Sean John was a big vendor. Exactly. Listen, at the end of the day, we are going to get into this some more tomorrow. I'm going to thank everybody for joining me on this late night live. If you can't do it all, I'm going to chop up the different cases so you can all view them separately. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to do some digging, but yeah, Diddy is done. He's done. He's done. And anybody that defends him, we need to start side-eyeing. Anybody that defends him, we need to side-eye. Let me just say this, right? People can say what they want. Men lie, women lie, but video don't lie, numbers don't lie, Uber receipts don't lie, pictures don't lie. And it looks like the US government isn't lying, right? Everybody that was a cohort of Diddy. And by everybody, I don't mean like the billionaires. I mean the celebrities. I mean the A-list celebrities. I mean the couples that party. Everybody is going to be bought into this lawsuit. Because let me tell you something. The powers that be, the billionaires, they're not going to go down with this. But I'll tell you who will. These celebrities, they don't got enough money to buy their way out of this. So we don't actually have to wonder anymore who was involved, who was involved, who was involved. Maybe this ain't Jeffrey Epstein. There ain't now what? Well, there might be a few politicians, but I'm sure they're low level. This ain't Jeffrey Epstein, baby. They don't care about protecting rappers, entertainers, actors, and all that stuff. I'm telling you, when this indictment comes out, the superseding indictment, there's more coming out. We are literally going to get the answers to everything that we want to know. But that's just my guess. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. Oh, what's up, Paul Harrison? Paul Harrison said, "Hey, Tisa, can you imagine Diddy's first week in jail? Trust me, his life started flashing before his eyes." Paul, I agree with you that his life started flashing before his eyes, but I think that Diddy's not defeated. I think he thinks he's going to beat this case. I think he thinks if he just gets out in front of the jury, he is going to charm everyone and his problems are going to be over. I also think that Diddy is not thinking clearly because, like you said, Paul, his life started flashing before his eyes. Baby, yeah, it's a wrap for Diddy. It is a wrap for Diddy. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed me reading all of Buzzbee's lawsuits. This was the next 7. There's one more floating out there. If I get my hands on it, I will definitely come back and read. Shout out to Paul Harrison thank you, Paul, for being so generous. But you got to stop, Paul. I got to tell you no. Shout out to Cat Williams. Mel Bethel said, "Hey, TT, sorry I missed most of the live." Even my mom was like, "P. Diddy is going down. Good night." Thank you so much, Mel. Also, you can, for those of you guys wondering, I have a 13-year-old. You want to hear that case first? You can go to minute 15 in this live. Minute 15 in this live. I'll try to put timestamps so you guys can bounce around. If not, I'll chop this video up so tomorrow morning you can re-watch it or watch it in entirety. But we'll chop it up into like little 10, 15-minute videos so you can actually just get to the meat of the lawsuits, okay? And shout out to Paul Harrison once again for being so generous. Shout out to everybody, actually. All right, you guys, listen. Let me get out of here. Y'all heard me yawning, and I stayed up late to give y'all a show. But really quick, what are you guys saying? Yeah. So minute 15 is when we start talking about the 13-year-old. And I'll try to put listen. I'll try to put the thing. Hold on before y'all go. Wait. If you guys are watching this on playback, can you guys please hit the like button? How many likes do I have? Hold on. How many likes? Hold on before you go. Before we go. How many likes do we have? Hold on. Drum roll. Please, 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 you guys. How many likes do we have? We have 2,486 likes. I am very grateful for all of them. You know what? Y'all ain't going to keep having a freak off in my comments. Y'all not going to keep having freak offs. Really? 2,400 likes? You know what? I'm grateful y'all even here. Let me get to bed. Let me get to bed. Anyway, y'all, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.